Hey guys, Brandon from the Game House. So we just talked to Team USA, and one of the things they're most excited about is being able to play against their normal OWL teammates. And I know there's a couple scenarios like that happening as we approach BlizzCon. Are you guys looking forward to that as well?
Well, I just got to play them, so it was pretty fun. I mean, me and Raucus don't see each other very much, obviously, but it was fun playing against Muma. It's honestly good for Overwatch League too, because now I can kind of critique him and figure out, the things he's doing wrong. But I'll save that till after BlizzCon.
Akshon Esports.
That's me. Hey guys, Adam from Akshon Esports. So what are some of the big takeaways from this weekend that you're going to bring with you into BlizzCon?
I think one of the reasons we lost is for the first two maps is just not being used to like a really coordinated dive. So it's good to have that experience. And the other one is just make sure we don't make tiny mistakes, because in Overwatch, tiny mistakes are usually the things that make you win or lose. So I think we would have been able to pull off the reverse sweep if we just didn't make little errors.
Yeah, definitely our plan for BlizzCon is to not lose.
Just win.
Just don't lose.
Hey guys, Chris from Overwatch Score. Which players stood out to you guys besides the players in USA? Scare you?
Stood out. So who's good on other teams?
Okay, is this working? Sorry about that. Alamao from Brazil was really strong. It was like a crazy loser. It was really hard to predict for like fire strikes and stuff, and he was like all around the place. And Neil, also from Brazil, I think he's a really good run, and he was popping off. And I think he's one of the big reasons why they got a map off USA. He played so well, and yeah, go ahead.
Onigod on Norway was also he was probably the one who carried them through a lot of team fights against us. He's got a really good Widow. He's got a really solid Tracer as well. So that's something to look out for too.
Yeah, what Banny said.
Hi, Jessica from Esports CH from Switzerland. I have a question now that you are qualified. Which team do you think is going to be the easiest to beat, and which team do you think you're going to have difficulties against?
Well, it's kind of hard to answer the first part because there's still 2 group stages to go, so we don't know.
From the one that are qualified now.
Well,
Probably Finland, maybe.
Finland
If you were to
easy.
take the all qualified ones, like Finland's one of the strongest, but I still think they're kind of beatable with what we've seen. I think the style they run is pretty easy to beat.
yeah, so Finland's easiest, and then
Korea the hardest.
well,
I don't know. Yeah, it's
Korea the hardest, I guess.
Korea or US. We don't really know who's going to be harder between the two. So we'll have to see.
But I think we'll do better against US next time.
Yeah, definitely.
And maybe, do you have some predictions about who's going to qualify next?
I'm ignorant, so I forget like all the teams in the other groups.
Yeah.
It's like Australia, Sweden, Spain, Thailand.
So probably Sweden,
China.
Probably Sweden, yeah.
Sweden, Spain.
I'm convinced Australia is going to get
That's the
far.
other state of doing Bangkok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the other stage has like UK, France, and one other scary team.
There's Poland, Italy.
Or do they know they play?
No,
France,
none of those.
France and UK then.
Yeah, France and UK are probably going to be the good ones. I feel like there's one more that we're missing. The one
Australia, Sweden, China.
Is Australia?
That's Bangkok. So Bangkok is Sweden, Australia, China, Spain, Thailand. Where's Denmark? Is Denmark Paris or is Denmark Bangkok?
They're in Bangkok.
Well, that's probably just going to be the hardest group to predict then.
Yeah.
I think Europe.
That's the one where everyone's a dark horse.
In Bangkok.
They're all equally dark horses.
Chris from USA Today. Having seen Team USA Today, what do you think?
Where's Team? Oh, today. Oh.
Having seen Team USA play today, playing against Team USA, what are their biggest strengths and what are their biggest weaknesses?
I think their biggest strength is their dive coordination, but if you get used to that, a lot of their power is gone. And then, because once they couldn't do the dives, I think a lot of the weight for their team was stuck on their tanks. I think if their tanks were making plays, they do really well, but if you shut down their tanks, then I think they get stuck a lot.
Yeah, sometimes their tank were a little off sync, and we could abuse like either the monkey or the diva. They weren't like on the same line sometimes, and we were able to use that on Anubis, but we only figured it out like too late. Where we figured out how to like prompt their dive and come back, on the first 2 maps we didn't do that, where they engaged, and when we came back, it was too late already. So it's like a change of pace we have to make.
Hey guys, Adam from Akshon Esports, one more time. We're potentially in for some significant meta changes between now and BlizzCon. Based on the other qualified teams' ability to adapt and be versatile that you've seen, who do you think might be the biggest threat going into a brand new meta in BlizzCon?
Honestly, from the ones that are qualified or whatever, Korea. I think right now the meta is where I think Korea would do probably the worst, because I feel like it's actually like a little bit like a brainless meta, you could say, and I feel like they don't do too well. So a new meta, like you can never know, because meta is like, they're pretty random, but I would say Korea, yeah.
Probably think we'd be the most adaptable out of the qualifying teams right now.
Why?
Why? Well, I'm a flex god. Agility is pretty flexible as well. Crimzo can play both main support and flex support. So can Banny.
Yeah.
XEC just he's coked out all the time, so he just does whatever on tank. And then Note is a good diva and Zarya. So
Add gold damage on Zenyatta.
Yeah, but I mean, all the teams that are going to make it to BlizzCon are all going to be really good. So I think they're all of them are going to be very adaptable. So you can't just say that one team is going to do better in a meta or something like that. It really comes down to who performs the best at the time.
All right. Thanks so much for your time, guys.
Thank you guys.